Exodus 15 and 26. I am the Lord who heals you. Holla, 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 holla at me. What? Holla at me. What? Holla at your girl. It's your girl, Holiday Season. I'm back with another story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and click the post notification bell so that y'all notified every single time that I post. Also, over there on TikTok, go ahead and just go like a bunch of stuff up over there on my TikTok because, yeah, we be litty over there. And sometimes I be showing pictures of people on the live. No shade, no shade, no tea, no shade. But, yeah. Make sure y'all are following me on everything. I want to get more active on Facebook, but I'm gonna start that very soon. But ooh, Facebook is a different type of family. But okay, so anyway, this one's gonna be about Foxy and the one that I call Big Dude, and basically long hair don't care. Yeah, because I just finished watching the story time. But I'm not going to pick up with where we started hanging out with the other guy. I'm just going to start off where me and Foxy was working together. And we started talking to somebody that, like, she was dating. So I think this was a little bit before, or probably had to be a little bit before we started talking to them. So we're going to go back up a little bit. So this is when we was working at that McDonald's. At this McDonald's, I was going to say this girl real name. I hope she is not about to pop the fuck up. No, what it is, I was watching somebody else story time and her real name was being used as a fake name. That's probably why. So Foxy, she was the type of worker where she wasn't really a good worker. And like people knew that, so they would put her in places that wasn't very prominent. So like she'll be bagging up stuff, but the person in the window is kind of making sure, like checking behind her at the same time. Like she would be not that fast on the headset taking orders, like the line would be backed up. So that was something like she couldn't do. And so I felt like that made the managers and everything else be kind of aggravated with her or whatever, right? And remember the girl, what I think I named her like Little Bit, but I also named somebody else Little Bit. But somebody got to get a new name. But she's not in this story, so we ain't gonna worry about her. So, but she was still working there at this time. So we all just sitting there and the line is backed up and it's like very chaotic. But the thing about it, the managers just would walk outside, go take a smoke break when they wanted to. Anything they needed, they would go take a smoke break and just really thought people just knew. Like these people ain't know nothing about this like stuff or whatever. So we finally get the line down or whatever, and it was just like a lot of hectic. Like it was just so irritating. But Foxy did let me know, hey, let's go out tonight. So I'm like, okay, where we going or whatever. So she telling me where we going. I'm like, okay, I could go there or whatever, because she want to work, she want to go out every night. Like y'all already know, Foxy always want to go out. Okay, so this particular night, I felt like I spoke about this before, but I didn't go into detail because I was still trying to save face or whatever. Because, like, I respect the job and what it is because it really do help people or whatever, right? We're giving people assistance for school and all that. I just feel like that's a great opportunity, right? So this night, they, like, somebody's always supposed, because it don't be that busy at night, but it can get busy if you're not on it. Like if you're not making the stuff right when you get it, like you can get behind. So if you ain't got a real strong person or whatever, but we had enough people this night. This is why I don't understand why we was into it. And I was going to school like the next day or whatever, right, too. So it was like, I'm really trying to get this done. And we used to have to close the store down because it wasn't 24 hours. So basically, I'm thinking the person who stepped back on grill was supposed to go in the back and wash the dishes. This fool did not go wash the dishes. So when I stepped back there to the back, it's piled up. Dishes is piled high. And yeah, they was like, everybody supposed to help everybody. But the specific task was to step back and go do it. However, he was outside smoking, talking to his wife and shit, right? So I'm like, we let him step back so he could do this, right? So now he don't drop the ball. So now we're finna be in here extra, and she still want to go out, and I still got class in the morning. So that just really got on my nerves, right? So she was just like, she never used to be worried about nothing. Because when I say she used to do nothing, she used to kind of do nothing. If she had the headset, she rarely, Foxy almost did nothing because she was like she didn't know how to do anything. So I'm sitting there talking about that with them or whatever. And so they mentioned me helping with the dishes. So I'm like, because like I said, I would admit sometimes I would step back there and help. But it was just like we specifically let him offer his tasks to do this. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And he was just like, whatever, get from back here, if you didn't want to help. So I'm like, what are you going to do? Take orders, restock them sauces, all of that, mop and sweep that lobby, and get the fuck out of here. Because that's your job. You literally work the grill. Everybody knows the person at night who works the grill, break the shit down, and you wash the dishes. Everybody know that. Since when a service person do that? That really got on my nerves, right? So we getting in an argument about that, and I start getting emotional because it's like, nigga, I got to go to class in the morning, and this girl want me to go out, but they ain't know that. But the thing is, like, honey, like, no, nobody is doing that, right? So he was like, y'all need to calm down. This is what the manager was like. He was like, y'all need to calm down. It really made sense that they both was fucking each other. I ain't want to put emphasis on that, but the way that black man used to always call that white man, it was just giving LGBTQ for real. Because, and he would actually ride up there when this man had a complaint. But the black man had a wife, so I was just kind of confused. But that don't mean it don't give that. But yeah. So anyway, we finally get up out of there, and I'm just cussing them out. So she called me on the phone, and she behind me because she would follow me to my house or whatever, right? But I would tell her, get like behind me, stay close behind me, or either stay close in front of me. But I'm pretty sure it was behind me because, like I said, her head like would be out in her car. So I'm like, stay close behind me. So we home. I'm like, I'm getting tired of him. Like, he disrespectful. She was like, yeah, they all just do a lot. She was like, I would have washed the dishes. Well then, bitch, why didn't you wash them? I'm talking about you would have washed the dishes. But anyway, that started to go be a whole nother story because then they start trying to fire me, right? So we getting dressed or whatever. And so I see her texting on her phone. She texting on her phone. I'm like, who you texting? She was like, I'm texting, let's call him Casper. Because I never really seen his face except like one time. And I don't even remember how he looked. So she was like, I'm texting Casper. I'm like, what's going on with Casper? She was like, I don't know, but after we go out and he still don't be done hit me up, I'm going over there to his house. And I was like, how you gonna go over there if he hit you up or whatever? She was like, I know where he stay. Somebody gonna let me know, right? Keep that in mind. I'm like, So I'm like, okay. I'm wondering like how she gonna know or whatever, right? So we lo and behold, we go to the party, had a good night out or whatever. We having fun, da 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 da. She look on that phone, and I'm noticing like she kind of lit. She lit, and I'm like, I can drive. She was like, no, cause she was like something about her steering wheel ain't have like no power steering fluid. She was like, it's very hard to drive it. She was like, I feel like I only know how to drive it. And she had been drinking, y'all. So we get on the expressway, y'all. She is flying on the expressway. I'm like, girl, slow down. She was like, no, because why he not texting me? And then she'll weave in, and she finally get off on this exit, and we head down like on the east side, I think, right? It's kind of like the east side, and it's kind of like, I don't know where it was, but we end up pulling up to this house, and it's like you could look down at the house. So it's like the house sit up, like the house sit down below like this cliff. It was crazy. So I'm like, bitch, how's we gonna get down there? So she get out, she was like, come on, bitch, get your stuff, let's go. So I'm like, okay. I kind of get my purse and stuff, and I'm headed down there. I'm going down the hill, and it ain't no steps or nothing until we get to these certain steps or whatever. And it's like 2 steps, and it go down to like a carport, and we knocking on the door. So you could hear people stirring in there or whatever. Then we knock again. And I'm like, bitch, is he gonna come to the door? She was like, shh, shh, shh. Because I guess like he was coming or whatever, right? So then she was like, he came to the door. And like I said, it was dark in there. So when he let her in, she was like, hey, how you doing? He didn't really say nothing. She just walked to the door. Because like, she walked to the door because, like, the door that you come in is close to the door that they was going to be going in, right? So, and I don't even remember it having a door. I feel like he used to just put a sheet up or something. And so, then and there, the dude that she talked to had like a cousin, right? So he would be on the couch. So that's all I seen. And let me tell y'all, he looked like Craig, but he was giving Day. Swear to God, he looked like Craig, but he was giving fucking Day, right? So I'm sitting on the couch right there beside him or whatever. And not to mention, he was very friendly. And like, we was just talking. He was asking me like, did I have anybody at the time? I was like, no, I ain't got nobody and all that, right? So whole night, I'm thinking he knew like they was gonna stay or something. So he ended up giving me like a blanket of shit to wrap up in because we were gonna be there all fucking night. And then so he was like, was her ass drunk? I was like, yeah, she. He was like, I told her about driving drunk. So I'm not paying attention to it, but he's talking as if he knew her. But she gave me the heads up in the car. She was like, somebody gonna be on the couch. It's his cousin. You could sit in there and talk to him or whatever. It shouldn't take that long. But really, she knew it was gonna take all night, right? But she was speaking of him as like she never knew the cousin. But now I'm sitting in front of the cousin. The cousin is kind of like, his story is like, I don't know. Maybe I was reading into it more than he thought I was, but he was giving like he knew her, like knew her, like close, like or whatever. And she wasn't putting that all on him, right? So the next morning we wake up and we finally get up or whatever, and he's telling me like, can I get your number and all this? I end up giving him my number, but later on it gave the cousin probably had like I think he said he had some kids and a baby mama. I feel like he said that. It was given he definitely had something going on though. It was just given that, right? So we get back in the car or whatever, and she took me back to my car. For some reason, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Anyway, I head on back home or whatever. And so one day we getting ready for work, and she back over to my house. And we finna head to work, and we will always be late to work because it would be rush hour traffic. So when we trying to get to work, she get a call on her phone. And I'm guessing her and Casper ain't good. So she get a call on her phone, and I hear her like within 10 minutes of being on the phone, she like, cause we still sitting in traffic, she like, yeah, Casper don't know what's good for him. Like, cause at this point, I'm thinking she would only talk to Casper about me. Oh, and this a good point about Casper. Casper used to be, you know how she was like in a bike crew group? He was in the crew as well, but he was in, this what was so messy. I felt like he was in the same crew as Big Dude. So you keep fucking all these people in the same crew. It's just kind of weird, don't you think? Like, they definitely was in the same fucking club. Because Big Dude was in the club. Because remember I said we went to Atlanta. They was in the same fucking club. I felt like the only thing that used to save her is Casper wouldn't be there all the time. And sometimes she would want to go to the club real late. I'd be like, bitch, the night ain't still young. It's kind of 2 in the morning. She'll be like, they still there, they still there. But she'll be waiting for them not to be there at the same time. It's just coming to me. They was in the same club because I remember the same stupid ass face. Damn. So, yeah. So, where I was at? So, yeah, she just on the phone like, yeah, Casper ain't gonna know what hit him when he lose me or whatever. So, I'm thinking at the time that she only would talk to Casper to me. So I'm like, who this is that she on the phone with? Because I know she ain't talking a little bit about Casper. Like, who the fuck this bitch on the phone with, right? So I'm like hearing now a little bit. So I'm like, who the fuck is she on the phone with? And so she was on the phone with the one that I said act like Day but look like Craig. She on the phone with him. The only way I knew is because she was like, yeah, the only way I would have knew that he was home is because you put me on that night. You sent me a text and let me know that he was at home. So I'm like, that's look like Craig, but act like Day. Like, why is you talking to him, right? And so he on the phone, like, I'm guessing he don't know that I'm in the, like, car. So he like, yeah, like, he don't know that you a real one. And you this, like, he putting 20 on 10 for her. Like, I'm like, damn. And like I said, she was putting it on like, I don't even know. I don't even, like, she was making like she didn't even know his name that night. She was so ready to get up in there. Like, I knew it was kind of weird because he was acting like he knew her, but she was acting like she didn't know him like that. So I'm like, you know. And so come to find out, they will always just call each other to talk about Casper. And it was so fucking weird because that was Casper's blood cousin. And like, for you to call his girl abusive, that was just kind of weird. And I also had just stopped being friends with a bitch for acting like she was just so cool with a nigga that I was talking to. And it was just weird. You got his whole number and all that, and you act like you ain't even know him. And it was weird. It was so weird. And so that makes me think about this other time too. So not the time, we got to come back to the time that we was hanging out with long hair and she brought her other guy friend over for me, but not this time. We was talking to these dudes and she said she knew him from, I feel like she said he was from Tuscaloosa. I want to say she said he was from Tuscaloosa. He was from somewhere far away, and so he was going to link up with us or whatever, right? And he had this dreadhead that came with him. So I'm like, and she was showing me pictures of the, so yeah, we supposed to link up with the dude, and the dreadhead supposed to be mine. So all I know is he got dreads and he coming with him, and they already on their way down here. Like, and one thing about this boy that she was talking to, at this point I'm finna stop naming the people that she talked to because it was too many. So this boy, just name him. We gonna name him from Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa. That's because I think that's where he was from. So he was like very like, he was very like he used to play with her like, hey, where you at? You said you was here, right? He'll be playing, but he would be serious at the same time. She didn't play with him either. So we getting from the club. She was like, yeah, he on his way. And we gonna act like we just went out to eat or something. But we just came from like 2 to 3 clubs. So she lied to him, right? And she supposed to be going with him. She supposed to be going with him. Girl, she's not going. Anyway, so he was like, I'm on the way. Send the place. And she would just give my addy up. So I'm like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, send me a picture of the dude. She was like, I don't have a picture of him. So he hear me, her dude hear me asking about Dreadhead. So I'm like, yeah, you need to send a picture. He was like, he look good. My dude look good. But mind you, she done sent him pictures of me. So I'm like, how I don't have a picture of him? But anyway, I'm going on to work. I'm taking one for the team or whatever. We get here, right? They come in or whatever. Dreadhead look fine or whatever, right? I ain't gonna lie. He was looking real good. Then I think they bought like a bottle and they might have bought some weed. But at this time, I don't feel like I was doing the weed. I probably took some of the drink, but I don't know if I did that either. I don't know. So anyway, she dances. She want to do line dances and shit in here in my living room. I'm like, girl, sit down. I don't want to do that shit. We just came out. And you know how they be acting like you at a fucking camp meet. Like, they keep damn doing the line dance. Like, sit down. That's like when you at something for HBCU. They keep strolling. Please, can we just listen to music and just talk? They want to keep strolling. Then, god damn, like, just fuck. Can we just listen to, ooh, remember that I control. They sit y'all ass down. Like, I'm just saying that y'all used to keep killing it, but fuck, can we breathe? Ho. Anyway, so yeah. So she's sitting there doing the dance. He's sitting there talking to me. She put on the twerk song. I end up twerking on him or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. He end up, I guess that got him razzle dazzle. At this time, I'm ready to go lay down. So we both go in the room. Me and Dreadhead, and then her and the dude is in here. Oh, I got another story time. How she left blood on my sheet, on my comforter. And I had to throw the whole comforter away. That's another story time. That was the second time somebody did that to me. Anyway, so we go in the room, whatever, right? This was shit. I was feeling him, but shit got weird. So he hit in front of the back or whatever, right? Hit in front of the back. All I hear is like, I see some light, but I'm like, maybe I'm drunk. And like my room, how it is, like a light kind of shine right on in. So he hit in front of the back. He hit in front of the back, and then I see the light go away. So I get up and I see like he on his phone. I'm like, were you videotaping me? He was like, yeah. He was like, but I was going to delete it. I was like, let me see this. Let me see it. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, no, you would never post that. He was like, yeah, I'm going to delete it. Then he went to his recently deleted and he deleted it again. So I'm like, okay, it's gone. But then I'm like, why would you be recording me while we doing that? It was so weird. So we was about to go again and because it was weird of him to do that, but it didn't weird me out. Probably because he was kind of cute or whatever, right? So he ain't really weird me out. So we get a knock on the door. He like, yeah, you ready to go, bro? He was like, yeah. So anyway, he ended up like walking out, but I'm like, that was just kind of weird. You're supposed to ask me to make a movie. You don't just go make a movie and put this ocean on it. But that's just a little bit of like a little bit more of how Foxy was. But I definitely got more stories about Foxy when it came to dudes. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all the plot. So remember how I told y'all she told me she had no picture of him, right? So while one day I was in her phone like going through her pictures. I don't know why I was in her phone. But she had to know. And I see a picture of the dude. And it's one of like her favorite pictures. So I'm like, is this Dreadhead? So I'm like, why didn't she tell me that she had a picture of Dreadhead?
Especially if you had sent him a picture of me and I asked for a picture of him.
It was so fucking weird. I ain't understand it, y'all. I really did not understand that shit. Like, but what y'all think? Why y'all think she didn't want to show me the picture? If he was coming anyway for me. And then I feel like I found something that was kind of like, and she never wanted to give me like his number either. Because they left on a quick tip, like he had to hurry up and go. So I was like, yeah, just shoot me his number, whatever. She never shot me his number. Then I found you had a picture of him. She maybe even had his number too. But that's it, y'all, for this story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that post notification bell. Get your girl, because we finna be monetized. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, I love y'all. Bye. Yeah.